tweet if you don't love me. You're too ugly. Show me all the hoes in your phone.
I ain't bring my phone, bitch.
Oh, you ain't even got a phone.
Before Tay K 47 would blow up as a SoundCloud rapper, dropping songs like Mega Man, Murder She Wrote, and The Race. Before getting in on the whole fidget spinner trend. Before getting arrested for assault, robbery, and 2 capital murders.
McIntyre, who's from Arlington, is suspected in a capital murder case and had been described as a violent fugitive. He's been the subject of a nationwide manhunt.
Before news of Tay K 47's violent history would surface, but that wouldn't stop his fans from praising him.
He lit, bro. Live. No punk about him at all, and he only 17.
I'm not endorsing nothing, I'm just doing my job. Tay K 47 hails from Texas, where he, at just 15 years old, established himself as a clear up-and-coming rap star. But at the same time, he was getting into some serious trouble. Tay K is alleged to have been involved in numerous crimes, including numerous assaults and robberies. He also stands accused of 2 separate murders. What's going on, guys? My name is Michael McCrudden, documenting the life and career of Tay K 47, prior to fame, prior to infamy, here for you on Before They're Famous. Now, I've covered other alleged celebrity murderers in the past, including O.J. Simpson. Let me know who you want me to document next in the comments getting down. Sorry, this is just getting a little weird. Travin McIntyre, better known as Tay K 47, was born on June 26, 2000. It seems both his parents were involved in street life and gangs in LA, but moved with their child out to Texas when he was around the age of 8. From there, Taymor was raised in Arlington, Texas, a city best known for being the inspiration for the fictional setting of the show King of the Hill. So I gotta assume Taymor saw a lot of this.
Yep. Yep.
While there, young Taymor, he started rapping as young as 14 or 15. He joined a rape crew called the Daytona Boys, which also included members Santana Sage and Pimpy Zed, or Z, this Canadian host, sorry. Tay decided to use Tay K 47 as his stage name, combining his real name, Taymor, with the name of a rifle, which is no surprise. A quick glance through his Instagram shows he's a big fan of guns. At just 15 years old, Tay was already performing live. He started sharing clips of himself doing just that on Instagram as far back as October of 2015. He would join SoundCloud, dropping early tracks like Biff Zanin and Sly Cooper, and then at the age of 16 years old, Tay dropped his music video for the song Mega Man.
Niggas quick to change, y'all so Bruce Wayne. If he act mysterious, he get hit with my ray.
With obvious talent at such a young age, Tay was beginning to turn heads, including that of Lil Bibby, who would later suffer some serious backlash for tweeting "Free Little Tay K." Tay K's music features some pretty clear references to street life, but most of his fans might easily have thought he was just a studio gangster at the time. That is, until news started to break about a recent crime spree and his criminal past.
The juvenile court judge decided that he should be held here in the jail with the adults, where hashtags and millions of video views won't have much influence.
After his most recent arrest at the time of this recording, well, Tay K, he would drop a music video for The Race on YouTube. The song would become his biggest hit to date. In a case of art imitating life, the song talks about killing someone, trying to beat the case, and when he couldn't, he started running. But Tay's criminal past goes back even further than his most recent charges. Back on New Year's Day 2016 in Denton, Texas, Tay K, Pimpy Z, and Santana Sage were driving in Santana's SUV when they allegedly rolled up next to a car with 2 girls. One of them's name was Sarah and the other Corey. According to reports, the boys called out to the girls, telling them they wanted to fuck them. And after getting turned down, Santana apparently pulled out a gun and shot Sarah in the head. The car then crashed into another vehicle and an electrical pole. After the murder, one of Sarah's friends received a DM from an apparent friend of Santana Sage stating, "Yo friend was at the wrong place, wrong time. Your boy that was driving was talking shit to my man. And that light, my man already beat a man up that night. He was already heated. He wasn't trying to hear no more shit. So he aired that hoe out, not aiming for your girl, aiming for the driver." Sarah was a junior at North Texas University. She was a member of the Gamma Phi sorority and was majoring in radio, television, and film. In the summer of 2016, 3 women were arrested in Mansfield, Texas for robbery and the murder of a 21-year-old Ethan Walker, who was also the father of a 4-year-old daughter. The Star-Telegram reported at the same time the police were also seeking 4 other suspects in connection with the crime, including a juvenile who, as it turns out, seems to have been then 16-year-old Tay K. Apparently, the 7 in on the heist were out to steal drugs and money. In the process, they shot Ethan Walker, who later died at Fort Worth Hospital. Another resident of the home was shot but survived. Tay was then put on house arrest, but after months locked at home, he and his friend, who was also under house arrest, they allegedly decided to cut off their ankle monitors and flee to San Antonio in March of 2017. He then took to Twitter to say, "Fuck this house arrest shit, fuck 12, they're gonna have to catch me on hood." In San Antonio, they were alleged to have committed a separate murder. They also allegedly robbed a 65-year-old man, Skip Pepe, in Cravens Park in Arlington at gunpoint before beating him up.
Looks like a, all-American high school kid. Oh, yeah.
He says he's also identified McIntyre's picture for police.
That's the one who pulled the gun on me and beat me.
Okay, whoever asked for this before they're famous is not going to be like, that shit was dope. It is what it is, you know? The rapper was finally caught in New Jersey by U.S. Marshals in June of 2017. A month later, he was transferred to an adult jail in Fort Worth as he turned 17 years old. He will likely be tried as an adult and faces 2 murder charges, which make him eligible for the death penalty. Still, some of his fans remain hopeful that the kid might have a chance at a flourishing career.
And I know when he get out, I'm talking about bigger than any Boosie, Kodak Black, Gucci Man, anybody that win it.
If found guilty, Tay might avoid the death penalty because of his young age. But even if he does, he'd still be likely to be locked away for a long, long time. He is, after all, being tried and sentenced in Texas. And in Texas, well, mandatory sentencing requires a minimum penalty of life with the possibility of parole after at least 30 years. So by the time his release, his bubbling fan base will probably have moved on. So let this be a lesson to all you kids out there, you should never murder anyone. Right. Okay. I feel like it's weird I have to say that. Anyway, as for the rest of the story, we'll have to wait and see because this is before they're famous. My name's Mike McCredden and this was a bit of an awkward one, But we did the best we could. I hope you, just go watch another one. Yeah, and if you haven't already, hit subscribe. See you guys, in another video. Tay K, Pimpy Zed, and Santana Sage were driving in Santana's SUV when they allegedly rolled up next to a car with 2 girls. Sarah